you got to spread your time in preparing for these matchups a lot. And I feel like Marth is a character who doesn't always have traditional flowchart punishes on a lot of the cast overall, which means you really do have to dedicate time to grind out a very specific game plan for these different matchups.
Definitely. I mean, we saw Zane like just play against Pikachus during the pandemic for every time I would go into a Zane stream, it felt like it was just always versus a Pikachu for the longest time. Oh,
Wow.
no way! Went for down air again after that?
Shine. Maybe they just want to extend it because they haven't stopped.
I mean, I think Shine was
Shine would've killed.
KO'd off the top,
Yeah.
right? But the fact that they went for that first hit up air into the down tilt, that's the mango mix-up that he talked about a while back, right?
Yeah, and their movement is looking so clean as well. That platform movement to just set it up, and like the baits with their movement in order to get the Marth to swing, to even have an opportunity to land these big openers. And yeah, it's definitely. And you also with the DI, you can tell that the Marth isn't really expecting to be hit by some of these things, like those mix-up you're talking about, the single hit up air, and just catching him in these brutal DI traps.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the real nice part about doing unorthodox aerials for sure. Okay.
Pretty solid up. Oh, wow. It looks like the forward air didn't come out.
Yeah, like the animation was there, but it didn't feel like the hitbox came out.
Yeah,
very,
probably was like
very
a
odd.
frame too late or something.
That was insane also. Power shield into forward air. Oh, the drift from the Falco.
Yeah, Marth is having some like good ideas on these edge guards. Well, Battlefield there.
Battlefield has some great ideas for edge guarding as well.
Yeah, they're gonna. I think definitely gonna need to clean up their edge guarding though, and a little bit make these a little bit more efficient because we've already seen the punish game look so strong so far from Falcon. I don't think that's gonna slow down much.
I agree. Ooh, a lot of preemptive kind of early up Bs that are being kind of called out from the Falco's end. So gotta watch out for that. Because sometimes it's really good when they're doing like the light shield edge guard, and then you do the early up B, so you land on stage and they get knocked to the ledge. But if you do it too preemptively or it's easy to get called out, you just die. And that also is a really unfortunate stock for the Marth.
Yeah, and that's like the second time we've also seen them call out the Falco recovery and get nothing for it. They've had some of these correct reads at different points, but just have not been able to find anything off of it except a stock loss of their own. So it's definitely not what you're looking for. That was very smooth laser shine waveland movement.
Yeah, and again, that early up B, it felt like it was kind of called out from the Falco. There was like a combo happening on the left side into an attempted edge guard sequence, and then you saw the wave dash away, kind of almost in anticipation of that early up B happening.
Well, yeah, that was a very, very solid game.
So Slump. Up a game 2, the first hit up air, I really like it. What a stylish Falco we have here.
Yeah, and they're solid extensions too. They're not just for show by any means and not being the wrong way.
I imagine that was like wanting to drift just a little bit to the right and then do the upbeat to the left, something like that.
Yeah.
Something a little bit more intricate, and then unfortunately just does the upbeat to the right.
Falco's all over them right now. Wow.
Yeah. Oh man, the lasers too. A lot of times you'll see Marth do like take laser and then do like a forward air, like as they're in the air do a forward air while they're taking the laser in the air. But here the lasers are just comboing into like nairs or down airs or a lot of stuff. Yeah. Really good drift. Crazy.
Yeah, they're stunned right now.
Oh, man. How do you feel about this counter pick in general from the Marth's end?
I don't necessarily agree with it entirely. FD's probably banned.
Right.
It's hard. I really don't know we already saw the Battlefield game. There's stuff there they obviously didn't like.
Right.
So they're not going to go back there. Honestly, in this stage, I don't think Marth has like his definitive counter picks as much as traditionally thought. So I guess it's just up to personal preference.
Yeah.
I feel like Falco can deal with these platforms really well. That high full hop and for these combos, and you kind of get stuck in that no man's land up in the air as Marth. You're so floaty up there, and Falco can just chase you like that. There's no platforms or anything to stop them. It's just kind of free reign.
I agree. The combo game in particular has been really nice, and that's part in due to the fact that it's Pokemon Stadium, and the platforms are kind of set up that way. But Slump's combo game on Marth has been really solid the last couple stocks.
I don't know. What stage would you, if you were the Marth player, do you think would be potentially more advantageous?
I think you're right that the other stages are kind of. There's not like huge counter picks in this, right?
Yeah.
So I think Stadium is it's an okay counter pick, and then Battlefield I think would have been maybe where I want to go, but Falco's also really good on Battlefield.
Yeah.
Yoshi's
Battlefield
maybe,
is probably the
but
one that I would lean towards.
Right.
But you did just get 3 stocked on Battlefield 2,
Right.
so I can't fault someone for not going back.
and then FD is off the table as you pointed out because
Yeah.
of the ban. So I think Stadium is the right call there. I think Stadium is the right call.